This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13 and 14. It says here, "Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For God shall bring every work into judgment, and everything and every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil." I like to start off by saying, Kal Halal, Alahaya Nawa, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakodash. Double honors be unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutations be unto the brethren across the four corners of the earth, pushing the gospel in spirit and truth. Alright, this is the brother Tazwa here from out of the Trinidad GMS camp, and this message that we preach here, right, is for those who understand what faith is, those who understand what it means to believe, right? And this message of faith, for those who have faith that the Son of the Heavenly Father, which his name is not Jesus Christ, according to knowledge, his name is Yahweh Shai. Because our faith lies in knowledge, not only in just believing. Alright? So, due to the knowledge of the scriptures, we know that the Negroes, the Latinos, and the Native Americans predominantly could outright be called the descendants of Jacob, the true Israelites. Right? And anybody who descended from these people on the father's side. Because anybody who knows anything about anything would know that the man is who does carry the seed. Therefore, he determines the race of the child. Right? So, more or less, it's a faith-based thing. But it's what your faith lies upon. Is your faith lying in vain babbling or knowledge? Knowledge based upon what going on the face of the earth, reality or some type of fiction? Because many people get confused with the scriptures of the Heavenly Father and think it's just a fictional thing that, some man coming in the sky to save them, when it's way much more than that. So, our faith lies upon a system, a belief system, right? And this belief system is not just something that evidence of things hoped for and substance of things not seen. It's not simply that, yet still is that. Because everything that is seen, all the technological advancement, all the mechanical, machines that it have around here, these things was once a thought in somebody's head and they had faith. They believe in the self and it was reality. Existence itself was within the Heavenly Father's head or mind. And he spoke it into existence and it was so. So, you see, people just think the self to be deep, but they're not really deep. Because at the core of everything is faith and belief. Because you can't know something if it never had been done. But then, when you do it, you prove it. Whatever you do, you prove it. So in this day and age, it's seeming like it had no way out for the poor and the needy, which is who this message is for. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, West Indians and Haitians, who scattered and it looking like it had no way out for us but to believe in the system. But the system, right? The system, according to how we know it, winding down to a climax, which is Revelation chapter 12. Let me get it. Everything that we those who think themselves to be wise, it winding down to this. Because all the earthly possessions, the money and the resources that you gather, you know what going to happen on the face of the earth? This. Revelation chapter 13, starting from verse 14. And deceived them that dwell on earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on earth, that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. And this dealing up with the ancient Roman Empire, which fell. That was the wound, and they came back in power, coming out of the Dark Ages roughly 400-500 years ago, when they began to, acquire back position of influence on the face of the earth. So that image, right, and the things that they had power to do is the technology. Even so far as the greatest one right now to date is the chip, the brain, the Neuralink. It causing the lame to walk, it having people communicating telepathically. And for those who don't know what that means, is your brain, you're talking to somebody without using your lips. You're thinking about it, and the person hearing what you're thinking about, and you hearing what them thinking about. So these are some of the miracles that they have power to do. All the different military might that they have. So people believing in them. People believing in the pharmaceuticals, advancement. But it's to their own hurt, because all the money and everything that they acquire, to think that you could secure yourself. This is the final plan that I'm going to finish read here. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And the beast is just men on the face of the earth, governments, ruling system. 7 heads, 10 horns. That is how NATO and the EU began. So that is that beast. The European Union and the North American Treaty. Verse 16, Revelation 13 and 16, it says here, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So no matter what you do, no matter what you think, knowledge of the scriptures is being proven by what going on earth. Therefore, it is a fact. The scriptures is not only faith-based. The scriptures is a fact, because exactly what it have there is what going on earth. So reality is real. You can't make up reality. But I don't know now. And the fact is that all where you have all the money that you have in the bank, in order for you to access that money, you're going to have to receive that mark in your right hand on your forehead, which is the mark of the beast. And what's going to happen to a man who received that mark? Right? Let me see, because if the scriptures on point, so thus far, with all the prophecies and things that going on the face of the earth, about how America, the whole that sitteth upon many waters, they keep it not at home, he's a proud man, and anyway he go that following him and is as death, he enlargeth his desires as hell. All these things is what the scriptures say. and it happening on earth. So you know what? The scriptures is a proven fact. Alright? This is what going to go on with you if you receive that mark. This is a fact that also going to be proven just now. Revelation 14 and 9 and 10. The third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So, you have a price to pay for receiving that mark. And one more shall we say here. If the scriptures is faith-based, and the duty of man is to keep the laws and commandments of the Most High to the best of your ability, and people turning their back on the laws and the ways of the Heavenly Father, what that proves? That proves that man rather darkness rather than light. So I hope this was edificational. Until next time, Mawat Lababal, Kwame Asharala. Abarataza, we enter into a peaceful and a righteous existence soon. Shalom.